Hi, good afternoon. Sorry, I'm from Taiwan, so in this talk I will go through in English. And today I'm gonna share my experience of implementing music playback on watchOS. And because I use English, so I will go through too much code. So you can just relax and enjoy it. And now I'm working at KKBus. KKBus is a Taiwan-based streaming music service across plenty of platforms. And we also provide our service in Japan. So you can just try our app in the App Store. I'm sure you will have a very good experience. And in the first month, it is free, so please try it. So before we go through our talk, I want to review how to listen to music on Apple Watch. First, if you are listening to music on iPhone, you can make your Apple Watch as a remote controller. Then there is a now playing interface, and you can use it and control the player on your iPhone. Or you can subscribe to Apple Music, and then you can not only remote control the player on your iPhone, but also you can play the music on your Apple Watch without connecting to your iPhone. But Apple Music, there is a storage limitation, and you can only sync one playlist. So today, we are going to make Apple Watch to play music offline, but not only just a remote controller of your iPhone. And I have divided my presentation into two parts. First part, I will tell you how to do it. And I list 3 steps. You need to know how to transfer audio file to your Apple Watch. And then you need to save the audio file to an appropriate place. And then play the music by some supported API. And the second part, I will tell you more details that you should care about after you finish your player. There are 4 issues. You need to know the supported file format on watchOS, and maybe you want to make your player to play in the background. And also you should handle the system interrupt, and you also need to concern the battery power consumption issue. So let's go to the first part. Transfer file. As you want to transfer a file to your Apple Watch, you need to learn WC session. It is a class. It will handle all things about communication between iPhone and Apple Watch. And you should use the function which is called transfer file. And it will transfer your audio file in the background. So also you should monitor the transfer process because your file is transferred in the background. And I strongly recommend you to monitor the transferring queue, which is called outstanding file transfers, because the communication may be maybe unstable. So you should monitor the outstanding file transfers. And as soon as the file arrives to your Apple Watch, the delegate method, the received file, will be called. So we go to the next step. When the delegate method, the received file, be called, actually the system will save the file to a temporary location. And as soon as this function returns, the system will remove the audio file. So please save the file to an appropriate location, or it will be removed. And remember, there is a storage limitation of each app on watchOS, about 50 megabytes. So you should save your file to the shared group path, or otherwise your audio file will be taken into account to the 50 megabyte size. And when you move the files, please notice that you should move the files synchronously. And now we have the audio file on our Apple Watch, so we can play the music. And there are 3 APIs that we can use: AV Audio Player, WK Audio File Player, and AV Audio Engine. Because today we don't have enough time to go through each of them and tell you how to use it. So I make a comparison for you and let you make a quick understanding about these 3 APIs. First, if you want to support older watchOS version, you need maybe AV Audio Player will not be your choice because it supports watchOS 3 or later. And originally, these 3 APIs, sorry, is it clear? Okay? Is this clear? Okay, thank you. And originally, these 3 APIs only can play through the Bluetooth headsets, which means you only can use the Bluetooth device like earphone or anything else. But we found that we can AV Audio Engine can play through the speaker on Apple Watch. So it's very awesome, right? And if you want to support WK Audio File Player, there is only, if you want to support no play interface, you just can use WK Audio File Player. And also, doesn't support completion handler. So maybe some APIs is awkward, so you should make your choice. So I hope after this comparison will help you to make your choice easier. So finally, my choice is AV Audio Engine because it supports all the watchOS version, and we can play through the music, play through by the speaker, and this is a very big feature for me. And it also supports completion handler. So now you can follow these 3 steps and make your own player on your Apple Watch. And let's move on to the second part. In the second part, I want to share some details about the problems I have encountered during my developing process. The first one, supporting file format. Actually, there is no information about the supported file format in Apple's official documents until WWDC this year. They finally revealed the list. So if you want to transfer a file to your Apple Watch, please check the file format first. And also, the second issue is playing in background. We all know that most of the apps on Apple Watch are foreground apps, which means it can only run in the foreground, and as soon as it goes to the background, it will be killed or suspended. So, however, there is some special cases that allow you to make your app run in the background. And in our case, we need to make our app as a workout app. If you want to do it, you have 2 more steps. First, you need to turn on the background modes. You not only need to check out the it's not so clear. I will read it for you. The first option is audio function, and the second one is working process. You should check both options, then your app will be a workout app. Then your player can play in the background. But if you want to release your app, Apple will ask you to link against HealthKey framework. Do you think it's very funny? If you are developing a player, but you should make it as a workout app. And the third issue is handling interrupt. There are 2 system interrupts that you should care about: the phone call interrupt and route change event. Because we are developing a music player, so you must handle the phone call interrupt, or otherwise you will listen to music and talk on the phone at the same time. And some of you might want to let the user to resume playing after they pair their Bluetooth headsets. Then you should handle the route change event. And by the way, the system will pause the player as soon as the user unpair their Bluetooth headsets. So please observe these two notifications and to handle these interrupts. And the next issue, battery power consumption. When we released our app, some of our customers complained that our application consumed a lot of battery power. We investigated on our app and finally found out we didn't let our application to suspend it in the background when the player was even not playing. Why? Because we didn't deactivate AV audio. We didn't deactivate AV audio session property. As the AV audio session keeps running in the background, our app will never be will still run. If we let AV audio session keeps running in the background, it will make our app still run in the background. So, but there is a problem because it is very hard to determine when to deactivate AV audio session. Because when you deactivate AV audio session, your player will be paused, and the app will suspend it. So, if you do this, there will be another problem. What if you want to resume playing in the background? Because there will be some remote control event or resume playback, so you should maybe sometimes you should resume playing. So we cannot let the user to do this because the app is already suspended. When our app is already suspended, we cannot make the app to resume playing. So we have changed our design. We use another timer to delay deactivating AV audio session. When the player pauses playing, we prepare a time interval to let the player to check if there is any incoming remote control event to resume playing. So that's all. Let's make a recap. If you want to make a player, you should follow these 3 steps. You should know how to transfer a file to your Apple Watch and save it to a proper place, and use some audio APIs you need to play the music. And after you finish your player, you should concern about these 4 issues: the file format, the background modes, the system interrupt, and battery power. So after my guidance, which you all can make your own player on your Apple Watch. But by the way, I think you all know that Apple released a new Apple Watch on this Wednesday. So you will be able to stay connected even without your iPhone or Wi-Fi connectivity. It means Apple Watch is already a standalone device. And I believe that it will be very soon. We can make not only an offline music player, but also a music streaming player on Apple Watch, right? So maybe next time, me or some of you will share the talk about how to implement a music streaming player on on watchOS. So I look forward to it. And thank you for listening. We should enjoy the rest of time.
ありがとうございました。質疑応答の時間になります。何かある方は挙手をお願いいたします。
頑張って英語でお願いします。Your presentation was very helpful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My question is, I have 3 watchOS.
Yeah.
And, I used third-party libraries,
Yes.
But it takes very long time to transfer my developing
yes,
app.
yes.
So I decided not to use third-party libraries. Did you use third-party libraries for your watchOS app?
I think your question is when you transfer the file, it takes you a long time, right?
Yes, yes.
I use the native API, and I still take a long time to transfer. So I suggest you to use the timer to check your file is still in the queue or not. So that's my answer. Because I need to wait for a long time to transfer. So I use a timer, and maybe every 1 minute or 2 minutes, I will check the transferring queue. And
sorry, my question is, I want to make shorter time to transfer my app by Xcode.
Oh, Xcode is buggy. So this problem is about Xcode, and if you want to develop in some Apple Watch app, I think there is no resolution because we can just send our app via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So we actually every time I push the wrong button, I will go to the restroom or go somewhere and go back and sometimes, right?
I'd like to use a Realm database or RX Swift on my watch OS application, but it takes a long time to transfer. So I hope Apple make transfer time more shorter.
Yes. Maybe you can buy a radar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
他に質問とかある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。
Is it possible to stream audio content to the player? Do you have find any way to do it? If it's a live audio stream.
We haven't do this kind of Actually, I think no, because the player on Apple Watch, they will read a file, a long buffer. So if you do this kind of, if you transfer streaming music, streaming data to your Apple Watch, I think the API doesn't support to this kind of data. Yeah.
ありがとうございました。他に何かありますでしょうか。いいですかね。じゃあ、タダチェンさんの発表を終わりにさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。Thank you for presentation. Thank you for.
Thank you.